Yeah. This your boy PT once again, man. With real talk, bruh. You know what I'm saying? That's the way that we do it around here. Everything real talk, bruh. So I was on, you know what I'm saying, talking to the people out there about the things that happened to me over the years. And I'm gonna jump right back into it. I'm gonna give y'all a small little 2 minute summary of everything that had done taken place, and I'm gonna start right where I stopped. Okay, I had done left one baby mom for another girl. In the middle of dating this girl, I ended up having a child with her. Ended up locked up. She had the baby. Got out a month later. A year later, the same thing ended up happening. I don't know if it was just a coincidence, but I ended up locked up and she had a little boy from me. You know, it's like I was just constantly getting locked up. Every time she would get to her last month, got out. Ended up going to trapping, serving, you know what I'm saying, selling weed, selling different drugs. You know, I ain't gonna go all in detail with what I was selling, but I was out here, I was doing my thing. Jacksonville, Florida. You know what I'm saying? South side of Jacksonville, north side. I was all around there. You know what I'm saying? Hustling, making money, um, toting guns, doing all the wrong things that a man could do. And finally, when I got fed up of it all, and it just became to be too much, too many drugs, I decided to move back to Orlando. When I moved back to Orlando, my baby mama fell sick. I ended up having to call the ambulance for her. She ended up in the hospital. At first, they told me she had pneumonia, and it went on from there. It went on to pretty soon they announced it to me that she had AIDS. And after that, they went on to moving her to hospice. And then after that, she ended up dying. She died 24 days before Christmas, I believe. So I'm gonna pick up from right there at that point. We're gonna go over this 5 minutes, man, and I'm just gonna finish up. After all of this happened, and after, being homeless with the kids, not having a place to go because I didn't have that much of an income to keep paying on the house. After letting my mom get the kids, after finding me a little hustle, which was selling movies in order for me to pay for a room every day to keep me with a place to stay. And then after, I finally said to myself, man, let me go get my Social Security. And got my auntie down with me, and when they got my Social Security, I ended up winning $20,000 from Social Security. And this is where this started. After I wanted that money, I thought that everything was over. I thought my kids was gonna come home. I thought everything was gonna get good, and that all of this was just over with. But it wasn't. The more things I bought, I realized it couldn't change my happiness. My mom ain't want to let the kids go back. She felt like I would never be stable. She felt like she had done such a great job and got so many compliments. Why let them go back with their father? You know what I'm saying? That's the way I feel that she felt. And so I realized this was going to be a big battle over these kids. That hurted me. That's the first step in it. Second, every night I would sleep. It's like ever since this incident happened, I can never sleep past 2 o'clock. I'm up. It always runs through my mind. I always remember her sleeping by me. And it goes from me saying her sleep to me saying her skeleton, then her sleep again. It scares the shit out of me. I'm really afraid of being alone. And the hurt from people assuming that you have what you don't. You know, when I started taking HIV tests, getting negative tests back, it started in 2007, the year she died. They dated the tests, they count all the way from 2002. So when I took that test in 2007, it was already 5 years that I just didn't have it. I took my last test in 2011. That had been a 10-year period of time that I ain't had it. Even the people in the health clinic was like, bro, most people that come in here and they take tests this long, 9 times out of 10 it's not long. You just don't have it, bro. It's like we done seen many cases where the woman have and the man don't. The reason then the woman have an open wound and the man don't. The man have a wound, but it's not open as a woman is, so it's easier for you to give it to her, and it's a little bit more harder for her to give it to you. And it just be hurtful because you know deep in your heart you don't have it. You know deep in your heart your kids don't have it. They been tested. But still just walk around with you. And that kept me on drugs for a long time. And I'm gonna speed this up a little bit to finally I realized that sniffing coke, smoking boom, popping pills, that wasn't the answer. And I had to reality check myself, man. That was like 8 months ago. Really reality check myself, man. I slowed down on what I was doing, pulled back off of it. Ended up being able to get me another apartment together, a better place for us to live, a better environment. Um, was able to start working on my YouTube thing. I always wanted to do this. I always wanted to be able to talk to the people and let the people be able to hear my story and hear what's going on with me. So this right here, this made me very happy. Able to watch my son every day, watch him grow up and spend time with him. Able to gain my weight back, eat, study, and read. You know what I'm saying? Because for a long time, I was just in the dark, man, just going through it about this over and over, and I watched the world spit on me. I watched relatives say things that you would never believe were said. I don't know, girls that, you know, you get a feeling once in a while, man, let me holler at little mama, man. I ain't hollered at nobody since this happened, man, and I'm good. And and then you wonder why she ain't responding back to you. And she come in, little mama say, man, your cousin told me such and such about you. You're like, huh? My cousin one of the first people I showed my test to. And it's just hurtful. It's just hurtful. It's like you're a monster and you ain't done nothing. You ain't did nothing. But you're being viewed at as a monster. And your kids been looked at like that. And that's what disgusts you the most about when a person does this to you. It is so hard to clear up that reputation. But I come to realize that I know I don't have that. I know that I went through that. That was a test of faith. That was a testimony. And because of her nastiness, because of her eagerness to give me something I did not deserve, God made sure I overcame. That's what people don't understand. I'm a living miracle to what God can do. Sometimes it comes a time in your life where you got to stop, slow down, reality check yourself. It ain't about what you did. You see, that's why you see me do segments on the homeless, because I know how I feel to be there. Just like I can do them on the dope boys, big money boys, because I know how I feel to be there. I know when you have something, I know when you don't have something, I know when everybody like you, I know when everybody hates you, man. And the thing I come to find out is most of the time you gotta just be yourself. Raise your children. Always scrap up, man. No matter what a girl tell you, you always scrap up. Cause just cause you got a baby from her and you've been with her the last 6 or 7 years don't mean that you know her, man. Everything that shine don't glitter, man. I mean, everything that glitter don't shine. You got to watch out, man. And you got to have your prerogatives right, man. You got to put down all of them drugs from out of your system, because a lot of times drugs make you make bad decisions, whether we want to admit it or not. And the person who you usually wouldn't mess with, you end up messing with. So y'all learn from me, man. I could have been so many things, but I didn't attend school. I was so eager to be that trap boy, man. And that's what that got me. It got me a hard life. And at 29 years old, man, I'm just not able to pick up and get my shit together and be the way I should have always been. And you know, I got to cut the word short, man. Y'all stay tuned, man. I'm gonna have more segments, man. Probably not on this situation or on this topic, man. I'm thankful for all the support, everybody that's viewing, everybody that's looking, man. I'm thankful for that, man. That is, you know what I'm saying, you know this real talk, bro, man. This part 4, man, to that HIV special I told y'all I was gonna give you, man. Y'all stay up, y'all take care, man, and don't forget your boy with the smokeout session. Yeah.